Hi everyone, today I would like to discuss the path that I took in goldsmithing to get to 110. My philosophy is very simple when I craft, especially regarding my main character. I want to make money when I craft and I want to use the material in an efficient way. For example, I craft item A, then I use that item in another synthesis. So I'm going to go over the list here and you guys will see how simple it is. One thing about goldsmithing is one of the easiest crafts to get to 110. Big reason for this is two of the items that are used for synthesis are dropped during paring. I'm talking about the geode crystal and all the other higher level rocks that drop later on. So there's an abundance of the stacks on auction house. They stack to 99 and there's only one ingredient. And how simple can things be, right? Most of us by that time we already have plenty of stacks that you don't even have to buy anything on auction house. So it's house money that you're dealing with. Okay, so let's get to the list. So from 1 to 5, you can basically craft copper ingots. They sell a stack for 30k on auction house. So you can dump them right there. From 5 to 15, I went with the brass ingots. And then that same brass ingot was used to make a brass hairpin from 15 to 20. From 20 to 28, I crafted silver ingots. And there's a trick here. Don't get the ores separately. Just use the test kit. The craft kit. Because that is much cheaper than if you would get the 4 ores by themselves. So you craft that till 28. Then using that ingots that you had, you start crafting silver chains from 28 to 36. Here you have some wiggle room. You can go to 26 or 36 or 35. So from 36 or 35 to 40, you take those chains and you get an item from an NPC using your sparks, and you can make silver mittens. I can tell you what that item is. 1 second. Yeah, you get chain mittens from the NPC. So that's like a freebie right there. So you craft them till level 40. Then from 40 to 62, you can call this a little bit of power crafting, because now you're using the geodes that you've been gathering all this time when you were paring. Or you can just get them from auction house. They're relatively cheap. And just get some aid from your advanced crafting aid that gives you +3, and start cracking. You're gonna be 11 below the cap, but you know you're gonna get a lot of success and you will skill up relatively fast. So don't worry about it if you get breaks. It's just that the stuff is so cheap. It's basically you take the time versus the result, right? So you do that from 40 to 62 max. Then at 62 you start crafting platinum ingots. Let's say craft them to like 66, and then from that point just start crafting platinum arrowheads up to level 70. Once you hit 70, Then it's the same idea like with the geodes. You start repeating this process with those higher level rocks, and so you make the sandstone, aquamarine, fluorite, jadeite, chrysoberyl, zircon, moonstone, and painite. So let's say, look at this, right? So let's say they sell you 99. You get 99 for 100k, right? These things sell 2.7 to an NPC, right? So look, let's disregard the crystals, right? So from every stack, supposedly you don't break and you don't get HQs, you make 170k just dumping to NPC. Think about that, right? For a second, right? So abuse this. We're going with this method from 70 to 92. Even if it's slowing down, you are still making money. So don't complain. So then it gets even more fun. From 92 to 98, you start making ORICHALCUM INGOT, and then you flip them right away to ORICHALCUM sheet. And what's great about that is that the sheet sells for 16k to NPC. So you make insane money just by dumping into NPC out of that. So once you hit 98, you stop, and then you start making the HEPATIZON INGOT. And you have an option here, right? This you take it all the way to 110. You can sell them individually for 50k on auction house, or you can flip them into HEPATIZON Sapara if you want to speed up your skill ups. That's what I did, and they go for about 9k. So it's, you lose some money here, but really not that much. The hardest part is to just get the mats to make the HEPATIZON INGOT, because you're going to be clearing out the auction house. And another thing what can happen to you is that when people will see that these things are going really fast, then they might start price gouging you a bit. So don't go crazy, because that will be working against you. But that's about it. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 syntheses to get through 110. So it's really not that bad. If you have any questions, let me know. But that's the path that I took, more or less, and I got here very quickly. You can be 110 goldsmithing if you do this, and you have the mats within a week. Okay, so do this. And oh yeah, one thing I wanted to tell you, at the same time, do submit for your crafting, for your good points, by talking to this guy Alert, because those with those points you get to buy aids. So you get like a spectacle aid and increase your goldsmithing +1, apron +1. Then you get some furnishing that also increase it. So take advantage of that. Don't neglect the points. You will need them later if you want to go for the shield. So thank you so much for watching, guys. All the best. I'm gonna put the synthesis path inside the video, so don't worry. Bye bye. Please subscribe. Thank you.